Hey everyone, it's Gedion Zelalem. Thank you for sending through your questions, and I'm here to answer them. Daryl Bloom from Brooklyn, could you tell us what Ronnie Dyla has been like for you as a coach? What are his qualities from a player's perspective? Ronnie Dyla has been a huge influence in me the past 2 years. Having been injured all last year, he's kept me motivated. I'm so thankful for what he's done for me so far, and I hope to continue to play for him for the near future and hopefully the years to come. As a player's perspective, I think all the players follow him. He has a clear structure of how we want to play, so it's just up to us to deliver it. And I think when we're delivering at our best, I think we're one of the best teams in MLS. Esteban from Norwalk, Connecticut. What is your favorite thing about playing for NYCFC? My favorite thing playing for NYC is just the facilities. You have everything here to become a better player. Also, you're in one of the best cities in the world, which is always good. Those two, I would say, having everything, all the resources to become a better player, and also living in a good city. Yuri from Brazil would like to know how different it is for me having played for a European team to a professional team in the US regarding skills and professionalism. Thanks for sending through your question. I would say it's different and similar in terms of the professional aspect. I think New York City FC is so professional. In terms of skill level, of course, playing at Arsenal, I think the skill level was a little bit higher, but the details are so small that, like, if you was to put a NYCFC play at Arsenal, I think they would do pretty well. I think soccer is such a small detailed sport that the small details make a big difference eventually. But in terms of professionalism, I think it's pretty similar. Both teams are very professional, so I'm very happy with both teams. Corey Decker from the Bronx, what player did you idolize growing up? Growing up, I idolized a few players. I would say players like Iniesta, Xavi. I think those two I watched in detail growing up from like 10 to 16. When I try and play, those two players are in my mind. Well, what would they do in that situation? And even today on YouTube, occasionally I would just watch their touches and their decision making to help me improve. Nicholas Canny from Lynbrook, New York asks, in your opinion, what is the best atmosphere in MLS besides Yankee Stadium? I would say maybe the Kansas City Stadium, honestly. Playing there for a year, I think every home game was packed, good atmosphere, and I enjoyed playing the home games there. Henry Dominguez from New York asks, what position did you want to play when you were younger? I've always wanted to be a midfielder. That's the position I played since I was 7, 8 years old, and it hasn't changed since, so I'm living the dream, I guess you can say. I like playing in midfield because I love getting on the ball. In the midfield, just when you get on the ball the most. I like dictating play. I like when the team plays through me. So I like making the decisions. I like controlling the tempo of the game. It makes me feel important, and that's how I help the team the most. Charlie from North Carolina asks, what influence has Arsene Wenger had on your career and who you are as a player? I think he's had a huge impact. Going to Arsenal at 16 right away, he's put me into preseason with the first team. Went on a few preseason tours. He gave me my debut. So he had a lot of belief in me, and I'm so thankful for that. Sebastian from Teaneck, New Jersey. How was the experience to be at such a well-known club like Arsenal and develop there? It was a dream come true. I spent 6 years there, so I learned so much. There's definitely tough times, but I feel like I'm still a young player, but I've gone through so much, so I have an experienced head. I know what it takes to be at a top level. Unfortunately, had a few surgeries on the knee, but I've recovered from them, so now I'm just looking to get game time and getting back to the top level because I still believe I can reach that level. Jake from New York asks, who inspired you to become the player you are now? My favorite player growing up was a player named Marcelinho. I think Hertha BSC fans would be familiar with him. He was a very flashy number 10 player, and playing in the youth academy there, he was he was someone that I idolized, and yeah, I was just excited seeing him, and that's the player that I wanted to be growing up. Aaron from Westhampton, New Jersey. In your entire playing career, which coach did you find to be the most influential to your success? It's a good question. I think there's a few. Obviously, we mentioned earlier Arsene Wenger. He gave me my debut, gave me the experience to train with the first team every day. Also, Mark Warburton at Glasgow Rangers. That was my first full professional season. I played 28 games with a full crowd of 60, 50,000. So that was unbelievable. Also, Matt Pilkington, who's the academy coach here at NYCFC. So just before I moved to Arsenal, he obviously gave me the freedom to express myself, and I think for a young player, I think he's such a good coach. And I also would like to mention Ronnie Deila. I think he's had a lot of belief in me, even though I've been injured. So yeah, I hope that I can repay that faith in the weeks, months, and hopefully years to come. All right, thank you for sending in your questions. I really enjoyed answering them, and I hope to see you guys at Yankee Stadium soon. Thank you.